Hello everybody, this is Goemon Ronan coming to you from beautiful downtown Denton, Texas, that's correct. The home of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, or at least all the exterior shots. I'm fairly convinced all the interior stuff was filmed in Hollywood, although I haven't researched it real well yet. Anyway, this isn't, I always got some kind of pimple when I do these videos. This isn't some kind, I'm not really doing this as an update video. This is going to be a rant on Land of the Lost, the original 1974 series. I remember seeing it as reruns when I was a kid, and then when I was kind of over in China, I thought it might be a cool idea to get the series again, because I hadn't seen it in a while. So I don't need these on. So I went ahead and got it. They had it on DVD somewhere in some shop, and it led me to want to get it or whatever. And okay, so criticisms aside, I mean, it's a 70s series. It was done in 1974. So the effects, I mean, they're not, they're not spectacular by today's standards, but I suppose at the time they were about as good as you could possibly get. So, for the time, great effects. All of the people in it are relatively good actors. I mean, they have, the acting's off sometimes, like it is in anything, I suppose, but, for what it is, their acting was really pretty good. The actors kind of did a lot of their own, I guess, stunt work. I mean, there may not have been much of it, but when you see Rick and, Will, pulling Holly up on a rope, I mean, it's usually them doing that in some way, shape, or fashion. The set was great. They had a lot of, the budget was pretty good. And also that series had a really good story. The storyline kind of going along with it just was impressive, because well, there's a for one thing, it's kind of, I don't know what audience they really wrote the show for, but it would be over a lot of younger people's heads. The concept in some of it. For example, there was an episode where this guy from Fort Worth, Texas shows up in the Land of the Lost, and he's from the future. They're like, space gliders and space stations and shuttles, and he runs like a trucking route between Earth and a space station or something like that. And that guy's acting was really good, but the storyline in that one you really had to pay attention to. It could get away from you. I mean, there was a lot of speculative discussion in that I was really kind of surprised that they even did, because it just would go over a lot of people's heads. I met Greg Weisman once, the creator of Gargoyles, and he mentioned that, he wanted to do an episode of Gargoyles where it was all Macbeth. They were going to do the play Macbeth, and like Demona was going to be Lady Macbeth, and Macbeth was going to be Macbeth, and all the people were going to be other characters. It's going to be like an interesting little side journey, because the three witches are kind of involved in the series, so it's going to be a good tie-in. But they were like, "Sorry, Greg, man, you're writing over people's heads, already, so no." And that didn't seem to happen with Land of the Lost. They had a lot of episodes like that. So And not only that, but the show teaches young people a lot. There's a lot of morals and stuff like that, and you kind of get the impression that everybody in the land of the lost is sort of getting by, but it just sucks. It's just a sucky place, You're stuck there. It's this small closed universe. Once you've seen it all, you've seen it all. There's it's hard to live there. There's friggin' dinosaurs, and there's a lot of stuff you don't want, and less stuff that you need. So, sorry I'm fidgeting a lot. My back is killing me. I did a lot of manual labor today. So, and again, people might watch the series and think it's cheesy, but just try and kind of be open-minded about it. I think that series was way before its time. The Sleestack in that, and Enoch. Enoch's a really good character. He's very neutral. You really have to apply. You have to shame Enoch to get him to do anything. I mean, he literally he doesn't necessarily want to see anything bad happen to the Marshals. He's just got his own thing going on, and they tend to bother him a lot. He's been trying to get home the whole series. Spoiler alert. There was the whole paradox at the end of the first season where our Marshals went home, and then the other Marshals came. So when we catch up with them in second season, they're pretty much where they were before. So, we're having to assume that, of course, those Marshals made the same decisions. And that's cool and all. But what I want to know is, why did Uncle Jack even show up in season 3 if they're home? It just seems strange. They got back the minute they left. So it just seems odd that there is a little plot hole there. I don't know. I don't know why they did that. I guess maybe they didn't know if they were going to get renewed or something, or people just wanted to see the Marshals get home, or what have you. And this led to a remake series in 1991, and I remember seeing that one. How old was I in 91? It was 13, 14? 14? Nope, 13. And that series was good, but it just didn't, I don't know, it didn't have the survivalist mentality that the original series had. Those people were trying to survive, and the 91 one was sort of just more family oriented, more adventure based, I guess, but not them trying to survive so much. That kind of wasn't a big part of the show. And then I guess a lot of you have probably seen the Will Ferrell movie, which I think is very funny and everything, but I don't know, I really would like to see a serious version of Land of the Lost, like a serious Land of the Lost movie. They weren't very close with the characters in that movie at all. They pretty much screwed everything up. Holly was the girlfriend. Rick's some scientist, although Rick Marshall in the original series was pretty smart. Will didn't get brave till the end, and I don't know, man, it just seemed like there were a lot of issues with that movie. I kind of wish that they'd done it differently. Anyway, I know the original Land of the Lost is out on DVD right now, so if you guys can find a copy of it and stuff, go ahead and check it out. Watch it with your kids or whatever. They'll have a blast. They'll learn some morals. It'll be good. And not only will it be good, I just find that it's a really entertaining show to watch. The episodes are only 23 minutes long. So it's a good way to kill 20 minutes if you need to. Just be open-minded about it. Of course, there are some stinkers in there too, just a few. And I believe Walter Koenig of Chekhov fame wrote an episode at least. He was somewhat involved with that show, which is cool. Anyway, I've gone over 10 minutes here, so I don't know how long I really have. I'm going to go ahead and end it here, and yeah, check it out, and have a good night.